Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Southwest Flavor. Happy Thursday to everyone. Today on our show, we have two fantastic guests for you, and our first guest today is Bennett of Epique Realty. Welcome.
Thanks for having me, Ron. Appreciate it.
Yeah. How you doing today?
Man, getting a little under the weather, but
Yeah.
we're getting there. Got that thing that everybody's been
Yeah,
running
I've had a
around
few
with.
people tell me that.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you're feeling better.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about Epique Realty.
So, Epic Realty, we're showing up a lot different in the real estate industry. We are an AI tech brokerage. So we're an AI tech company. We make our own technology.
Okay.
Our goal is for the agent to have the best experience in real estate, be supported the best with all the tools and the capabilities and resources that they could need to be successful.
Oh, okay.
And it comes not just from a business perspective. We give tons of free marketing opportunities, free CRM, AI sales agents, all sorts of stuff that goes along with that. But we give our agents lifestyle benefits that improves their life, so they aren't
Fantastic.
having to worry about healthcare.
Yeah.
That's always a big thing. We're 1099 employees.
Yes.
Or
Right.
not even employees, contractors, right?
Right.
So offering healthcare for our agents is something that's just it's insane. And
That's huge.
being sick, and I'm a disabled veteran. I go to the VA for free, and I chose to use this healthcare because it's more effective, efficient, and has me on the mend faster.
Okay. Good.
And still no cost out of my pocket.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, it's a pretty interesting situation.
Yeah.
The way we show up, and yeah, it's just we're having fun with it.
That's great.
The leadership structure is different. We're a virtual brokerage like many that are out there now, but cloud-based referred to. We have area leaders. I have area leaders throughout the state, so we have local leadership in the local community that's connected to our solo agents.
Okay.
So our agents are connected. They have a person to go to regularly. They have a person reaching out to them regularly. They have that agents putting on events for community and a full spectrum of support for the agent versus people just kind of being left out on an island.
Right.
Is how they feel at times.
So do most of your agents, are they under a team, or are they mostly solo agents and then they just have the help of that local leader?
In this state, we have a majority of solo agents.
Okay.
We have a couple teams with a few agents on them, but majority of them are solo agents, and they're having tremendous success in the structure that they're given.
Yeah.
With the company gives free leads. So if you think about a team structure,
Oh, wow.
team structure provides team leadership, team leader,
Yeah.
Leads, coaching, mentorship.
Right.
Well, we provide that for free to the agent, and they don't have to pay a team split.
Wow. That's huge.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for not even just a young agent, just a new agent
Right.
that comes in here and it's like, well, okay, I got my license. What do I do next?
Yeah, and that's a majority of the agents that we're seeing coming in,
Mm-hmm.
especially here in Tucson. We have a ton of people that are coming from the school, right out of the
Yeah.
school. And we do have a partnership with the school,
Okay.
and they're a great partner. And I'll talk about them and the veteran side of it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, a lot of people that are newer in the industry are like, well, why would I not go here?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're 2 to 3 years ahead of other brokerages in terms of AI and technology, and it's appealing to especially a younger generation.
Sure. Yeah.
But we have brand new agents started 10 months ago, and she's closed. She's just closed 2 last month. I mean,
Oh,
or
cool.
2 last week.
Yeah.
Wow. And she is like up and producing, and she's put her systems in place, and she's using it, and she's doing it, and she's gaining success.
Yeah. I mean, that's the whole thing. You have systems and procedures, and it's turnkey, basically. You get in there, and if you follow what you're supposed to do, you're going to have some success.
Right. And the nice part is with that coaching that's given, is your area leader is going to sit down with you and ask you your whys, and why are you here, and what's motivating you, and how do you want to engage in this business, and not just say, go make the calls.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a way, right? That's a process. We can do that.
Sure. Kind of the old school process.
It is,
Yeah.
but there's times that we need to use that system to generate business.
Sure.
So there's a valid skill there,
Yeah.
and it doesn't mean we don't teach it. It's just if it's not for you, why would we do it?
Right. Force it upon you.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's figure out ways to make you successful.
Oh, wow, cool. I
So
love that. I love the mentorship part of it.
it is.
Just not letting them go out there in the world and fend
Right.
for themselves.
Right.
Because I'm sure that method, you have a high failure rate.
Well, there's a high failure rate in this business regardless.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So, and we've seen, lots of realtors nationwide depart and leave as we've had, this change in the economy.
Right. The last year's been tough.
Mm-hmm.
It has.
Yeah.
It's been tough for everyone.
Yeah.
And if you're sitting on a house that you have 3 or 4% mortgage,
Mm-hmm.
and you want to move, but the new mortgage would be 6 or 7%.
Right.
That's a hard pill to swallow.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
So what I've read is a lot of older people, seniors that want to downsize, but they still have that really good mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
They're staying in that bigger house.
They can. Yeah, they will.
Yeah.
They will. Or they'll just buy a second.
Yeah.
I mean, the senior market's probably the biggest market, and Hispanic and senior markets,
Okay.
are really the biggest markets I see, and I think people should be spending their energy on.
Ah, okay.
And we had last year the largest amount of people in America ever turned to the age 65.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
Yeah.
you know,
Well, our population's getting older and our birth rate has gone down.
hmm
So we're not replacing those people. We
Right.
don't- Yeah, exactly.
and what was the average age of purchase for first time home buyer was like 38, I think.
Ah,
Don't quote me on that,
okay.
but it's going up.
Yeah.
People are not buying houses faster,
Oh,
and
okay.
earlier now.
Yeah.
Um,
And I'm glad that they are buying houses.
Yeah.
I mean, no matter what, home ownership is it's part of the American dream.
it is.
Yeah.
It is.
And you're going to stay with that house and you're going to get equity out of that house.
Yeah. There's always an investment capacity.
Yeah, it's an investment. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. When you rent, you're not getting anything out of that. When you leave, you take your belongings and you leave.
Yeah.
You don't
Yep.
have anything to show for it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what kind of advice could you give to young homeowners, or not young homeowners, but the younger generation that's looking to maybe purchase their first home?
Um, I am such a fan of entrepreneurship right now,
Okay.
and if we go into wage jobs,
Mm-hmm.
we're going to be capped on what we can make,
Oh, okay.
right?
Yeah, sure.
But when we're entrepreneurs, we can pivot. We do things, right? We
Right.
build businesses, we grow, and I see our younger agents,
Mm-hmm.
right? They're building their entrepreneurial dreams. They're building businesses right now.
Right.
They're buying houses.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. So they're setting up their future.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can get loans as 1099 employees, not traditional loans,
Ah.
but bank statement loans, profit. There's other ways to get funding
Mm-hmm.
outside of, or prove our income outside of a W-2.
That's true. Yeah. And speaking of income and financial needs, definitely when you're thinking about buying a house, you have to have some money in the bank. You have to have some money for down payment, but not only that, but there's also costs associated with buying that home. And I believe that the mortgage company also wants to see that you have some money set aside after you buy the house, so that if you run into some things or you need to buy some things, that you're not going to be completely depleted of your funds.
Yeah, there's some down payment assistance programs that will, have a requirement and things like that.
Right.
But yet there are a lot of programs out there, and there are, constraints in those programs, to make sure you get you're set up properly and you're successful through that process. I sat on a call a couple months ago about a HOPER program, right? And the HOPER program, there's a FHA loan that supports purchase of the of solar panels with the home.
Oh, okay.
So you find the home, it doesn't have solar panels. You obviously have to have it negotiated to be able to afford the solar panels in there, but
Right.
the FHA program supports it. And then we were also getting rebates tax rebates at the end of the year.
Right.
But this organization, their desire was to reduce FHA foreclosures.
Ah, okay.
So what they do is you would take a buyer you put them in the program when they want to purchase a house. They go through some financial counseling, understands how to build reserves, and all the training.
Right, right.
And then also we're putting a solar system on there so you don't have a electricity payment, right? So
Yeah.
now what are we doing with that money? Where is it being
Right.
saved at? So there's financial coaching that goes along in the home purchase process.
Oh, very cool. Yeah.
But they end up getting like $16,000 in cash.
Awesome.
For closing costs, for down payment, for everything that they need.
Right.
And then they get the rebate.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we have solar on our house, and one of the reasons that we got solar on our house, which was probably 3 or 4 years ago, was just you can see that the cost of electricity is going up. It goes up pretty much every year, sometimes a couple times a year. And, they're not going to bring the rates back down. It's never going to get cheaper.
right.
So,
Yeah.
if you're paying the electricity bill, you're always going to be paying more every year.
Yeah. All I gotta say about solar is talk to your real estate agent before you put it on, your realtor, your advisor,
Yeah.
before you put that stuff on, and make sure you're working with good companies. There's a lot of volatility in that industry.
There was. I think a lot of it is gone now, but there's probably some.
I still hear it all the
Do you?
time. Yeah,
Okay.
this company's closed and this company's
Yeah.
gone out of business.
Yeah.
So just have a good plan and structure your system so it supports you the best.
Right.
You know,
Exactly. Yeah.
It-
It has
it's-
to be designed for your house and for your needs.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. But are we selling the electricity back, or do we have our own battery bank?
Right.
Like ask all the questions and get the system that's going to be best for you.
Yeah. So you need to be educated in it, just like anything else.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
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 Well, let's take a quick sponsor break, and we will be back in just a couple minutes with Southwest Flavor.
Hey everybody, it's Chris.
Hey, it's David Samarano.
Hey guys, it's Clint Peak over here.
Hi, I'm Blair Lametti Mathias.
And I'm Summer Smeaton.
Hey, I'm Ron Arenas.
And I'm Will Pena.
Hey guys, I'm Mike Curry.
And I'm Mike Bader.
Hi there, I'm Bruce Ash.
Hi, Ed Wilkinson here.
Hi, this is Bob Elliott.
We are Live the Dream Media. Watch and listen to all of our shows Monday through Friday, only on the Live the Dream Media Network.
In Marana, community isn't just where we live, it's who we are. And at the heart of it all is the Marana Chamber of Commerce. We are building a thriving community through connected business leadership. We start the month bright and early with Marana Mornings, sparking real conversations and connections. We celebrate growing networks at our 4th Tuesday mixers, hosted in exciting spaces. We unite visionaries and leaders at Impact Marana, driving meaningful progress together. We look ahead with Marana Insights, hearing directly from regional voices about what's next for our town. And we serve, through the passion of our board of directors and ambassadors, creating a culture of belonging through service and leadership. Because of our members, we're not just doing more, we're becoming more. Together, we're shaping the future of Marana. We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road will help you with all your insurance needs. If you feel like you have a hard case due to a moving violation, a DUI, a suspended license or a car accident, contact us and come to Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road and get a quote today. Open late hours y hablamos español. Estrella Insurance, an agency you can trust.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
February weather in the Oak Pueblo is beautiful. It's the time of year to go outside and enjoy the great outdoors. Springtime will be coming soon, and so will the Arizona heat. Now's the time to plan for the long, hot summer that we all know is coming. Now, for a limited time, we are offering 5-year, no-interest financing on Rheem air conditioning and heating systems, OAC. Call now, 520-492-0748, or book your appointment online at PictureRocksCooling.com.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating and Plumbing.
Piper Family Painting. We believe great paint does more than just change a color. It protects a home and the people inside of it. From careful prep to the final coat, our team shows up with pride, precision, and respect for your property. We don't rush, we don't cut corners. We paint it like it's our own home, because in this Tucson community, it is. Piper Family Painting, bringing new colors to the Old West.
Therapeutic Ranch for Animals and Kids is an inclusive community empowered and united by the strength of the human-animal bond.
It taught me responsibility. It taught me kindness and social interaction.
We have programs for every member of our community.
I love track because I have 2 daughters. We come out here and get all of our energy out.
Track is my home away from home.
You can make a donation or even become a monthly donor.
Thank you for supporting Track, Tucson's Ranch. We hope to see you here soon.
Life is all about change and growth. You grow from renting to buying, your kids grow from toddling to driving, and then you grow from working to retiring. Is your insurance agent growing through life with you? I'm your local Allstate agent, Brittany Gutman. My team and I can help you navigate all those changes through home, auto, and life insurance. You're in good hands with the Brittany Gutman Allstate Insurance family. Call me at 520-797-7811 or email bgutman@allstate.com.
Hey everybody, it's Chris.
Hey, it's David Samarano.
Hey guys, it's Clint Peak over here.
Hi, I'm Blair Lametti Matthias. And I'm Summer Smeaton.
Hey, I'm Ron Arenas.
And I'm Will Pena.
Hey guys, I'm Mike Curry.
And I'm Mike Bader.
Hi there, I'm Bruce Ash.
Hi, Ed Wilkinson here.
Hi, this is Bob Elliott.
We are Live the Dream Media. Watch and listen to all of our shows Monday through Friday, only on the Live the Dream Media Network.
All right, we are back. You're watching Southwest Flavor. Check us out every Tuesday and Thursday at 9 a.m. Talking with Brandon Bennett of Epique Realty. So how long has Epique Realty been around?
We've been around about 4 years now.
Ah, okay.
Started out of Houston.
Out of Houston, okay.
Yeah, our founders, Josh, Janice, and Chris, they were the ones with the vision, decided we want to do it differently. You know, they've been in the real estate industry. Our CEO, Josh Miller, being a Harvard business grad and an AI full stack developer.
Okay.
You know, this is the way we took it. And, you know, he decided we're going to do real estate, but we're going to do it different.
Right.
And we're going to leverage AI in that.
Wow. That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you've been in Arizona for a couple of years? The company's been in Arizona for a couple of years?
It is. We are we're about to hit our 2-year anniversary.
Okay.
In April. We opened up in the middle of April in 24. So I started as an area leader for Southern Arizona and then stepped into the broker role a little over a year ago.
Oh, cool. All right. How long have you been a realtor?
It's coming up on 10 years.
10 years. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So still a baby. Learning so much. So much.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
You should be learning every day.
Oh, man. Every day.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
If you're not, you're just going backwards.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you, and I want to thank you for your military service, but you have a passion for helping veterans.
Yeah, I do. I was 20 years in the Air Force.
Is that how you got to Tucson? Were you stationed here?
I was born and raised in Phoenix.
Okay.
I joined the Air Force to travel and see the world, and I got stationed in Tucson.
So just 100 miles away from home.
After 20 years of military service, 17 of those years were here in Tucson.
Oh, wow.
So even when I did a year in Japan, 2 years at Edwards Air Force Base, I was flying flight tests there.
Oh, cool.
When I retired, I still had an address here.
Okay.
I've had an address here my whole life.
Right.
So yeah, 20 years in Tucson, or Phoenix, and 30 years in Tucson.
Wow.
Roughly, give or take. So yeah, but spending my time here, I spent a lot of time in Afghanistan. I spent about 3 years of my life in Afghanistan.
Okay.
I suffer with post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety, depression, those things.
Sure.
So veteran mental health is a huge passion for me.
Right.
Part of my journey and my growth and my success and the things that I'm doing is part of the path and the story that I'm telling others.
Yeah.
So in that, I really have, a really strong desire to support other veterans that are transitioning out of the military, that are looking for new opportunities, that are tired of doing it the way they're doing it, and they're ready to do it differently.
Yeah.
So I work with those people.
That's
mostly.
awesome. Yeah.
So yeah, it's an honor to keep growing myself every day.
Right.
And then showing everybody what I'm doing.
Right. Right. And with all the opportunities and the mentorship and everything, I mean, you can really help them to establish their career, their
Yeah.
second career or third career or
Absolutely.
whatever part they're on.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And, for me, real estate gives me the ability to live a purpose-driven life.
Mm-hmm.
We're community builders, we're
Right.
connectors, we're referrers, right? We're people that know people.
Yeah.
And
that's what Tucson's all about.
Exactly.
Is people knowing people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's such a powerful place to be when you can, be that beacon for others.
Mm-hmm.
So whether it's, I was talking about our school partner, our real estate school partner.
Mm-hmm.
I did a job fair up in Phoenix. And at the, what was it called? At the USA Veterans Village.
Okay.
At the Patriot All-America golf tournament. I sponsor a podcast up there, a veteran-focused mental health podcast up
very
there
cool.
in Surprise. And so he was doing work there all day, so we were there. They had a job fair.
Mm-hmm.
Talked with the school sponsor. They gave me a scholarship for their top package to give to a veteran that day.
Cool.
And I was like, man, I'm just not going to give this thing out though, because I want it to really have impact.
Yeah.
And this guy walked up, and his wife's next to him and his 3 kids, and he's like, "What do you got?" And I was like, "I'm offering real estate jobs, realtor jobs."
Mm-hmm.
And it's a different job, right? We're not. This isn't the job that's going to get your car payment paid at the end of the month.
Yeah.
This is a whole new life.
Right. Right.
And
you have to be self-motivated too, because
well,
you have to.
This is your business.
You have to wake up and you have to go out there. No
Yeah.
one's telling you, "Hey, you need to be here at 8 a.m."
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And so this guy walked up, and his wife looked at him, and she said, "Honey, we've been talking about this for 2 years."
Mm.
And I was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have." And I've got a scholarship. So Jonathan's in school now.
Cool.
I had a call with him on Monday. We talked about what this transition looks like.
Mm-hmm.
He's so ready for it. He's blasted in through school, and so it's just, this is how I love to give back.
Yeah.
And we're going to coach him, we're going to mentor him, we're going to help him build this business for himself. And yeah.
And not just for himself, but for his family too. You're
Well,
affecting his whole family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
You're giving them a future.
mhm.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's real cool.
Yeah.
Real cool. So we do that. We're working on SkillBridge, Department of Defense SkillBridge, which allows us to bring in transitioning active duty members that are interested in real estate careers.
Okay.
So they can come and 6 months before they actually separate from the military.
Right.
They can spend time training and learning and getting their license and understanding, what it is to get their business built
Right.
while they're still receiving an income.
Yeah.
And then they can separate and kind of get them kicked off into that. But then we'll also be supporting them with VA disability support and making sure and wrapping them in all the resources. Separating from the military can be an event for people.
Yeah.
And there are vulnerabilities created that a lot of us don't understand at times.
Right.
So, having access to more resources is really important, I think.
Right. Right. Well, like you said, I mean, it can be an event for someone. I mean, if you're coming out of the military where you served 2 or 4 years, or you served, 20 years, and then you get out and, without that support, or without, like, what am I doing now? Where am I going?
Yeah.
What am I waking up for every day?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Or you're 8 months done and you're like, oh man, I'm sick and I need to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
I don't have insurance.
Yeah.
I didn't set up my Cobra. I didn't do the things. And so then it just puts people in a spiral.
Yeah.
And so I want to, show up better for people and, get those resources available and know that stuff is a potential.
Right.
So, it's throughout that process, right? We have Epique Military Network.
Oh, okay.
So I'm a co-chair on that, and we're building this out still. So we're teaching agents around the nation to be able to show up way better for our veterans. So not just in our buyers and sellers,
right,
but our veterans, the community as a whole.
Sure.
Right? Whether it's supporting nonprofits, it's a SkillBridge opportunity. It's working in your community. But this is veterans. For me, veterans lead the way.
Right.
When we want to change things, when the veteran voice gets strong, that's when things change.
Right, right. And I love that you guys are working with veterans, well, active duty that are about to get out, so 6 months before, you know, they have a head start, and they're able to form that path, and they know exactly what they're going to be doing when they get out.
Yep. Yeah, we just had one agent that came to us in the skill bridge, and we've supported him, got him done. He just officially retired.
Okay.
On the 1st of February or 31st of January, and he is now just a realtor.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So but he's the last 6 months, he's got his license, he's trained, he's holding open houses, you know, and starting to do the thing.
Very cool. So what got you into realty?
I retired from the military, and I was working, you know, government contracting. I was working out at the Air Force Base, my old unit, running a flight simulator facility out there, security clearance stuff and everything. And I decided to blow my world up one day and start using plant medicine and walk away from my security clearance.
Wow.
And I had my license at the time, and I was like, I guess I'm just going to do real estate.
Wow.
You know, I'm you know, full transparency, I'm 100% disabled. I'm retired. So everything I do here is purpose driven. You know, I'm not.
Yeah, you thought it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't just
I knew.
walk away one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a lot of life changes happened at that point in time.
Yeah, I bet.
But I was like, this is the path that we're going to go on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you have some mentors in the realty world that helped you? No,
not really. I mean, I'm not no. If I sought them out more, I'm sure they would have shown up.
Okay.
But you know, there's my 50% in that story too.
Sure.
But no, I didn't have any real mentorship or. You know, I kind of just floated around and learned how to do the job, and you know,
you made it a little bit harder on yourself.
Man, it's
we
the
all
story
do.
of my life, right? I'm just blessed because I have a great sphere of influence here. I was here for so long, so people, you know, people were generous enough to give me opportunities and learn, you know, what it is and how I want to show up. And I've taken the last year off as I stepped into this broker role. Because I have just under 100 agents in the state that I supervise as their broker.
Right.
And I'd never done that job before, so I needed to learn it.
Yeah.
So I put all my attention into that, and I feel good with where we're at. We just had a first actual audit with the Department of Real Estate, and I feel good. I feel like we did. I feel like all right.
Yeah.
No, they didn't shut us down yet. No.
Right.
No, it's good. Tons of learning.
Yeah.
And it was a great opportunity. It was a really good experience. So I'm stepping back into real estate. Just on a partial basis, making sure I'm keeping my primary focus, but back into helping veterans only. We'll also be training agents that want to be military focused agents. I don't discriminate. If you want to support vets, let's go.
Sure.
You know, but if we got to do it right, we got to know how we're doing it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of intricacies there on a listing. You know, the way we're prepping a listing and the way we're getting things ready to support that veteran the best when they're getting ready to box all their life up and move to a whole nother state or a whole nother country, right? It's a different experience.
Yeah.
And we need to be able to translate that and show up with credibility. So teaching agents how to support veterans better in those situations. Veterans relocating from other states, other countries, needing to buy a house here.
Yeah.
What's a virtual walkthrough? Who's teaching people how to do that, right?
Yeah.
How do we support veterans better?
Okay, cool.
So lots of training opportunities will come out of that as well.
All right.
To support and elevate that military-focused real estate business here, because that's where I'm going to live.
Perfect. Yeah. So how do people get a hold of you?
I am Facebook, my name, Instagram, at Sky Islands Agent. You can call me at 520-262-9286 or text. And I am Brandon Bennett at epic.me.
Awesome. Perfect. Cool. Well, thank you so much for joining us
Thanks,
today.
Ron. Appreciate it so much.
All right. Well, let's take a quick sponsor break. We will be back in just a couple minutes with Southwest Flavor.
In Marana, community isn't just where we live, it's who we are. And at the heart of it all is the Marana Chamber of Commerce. We are building a thriving community through connected business leadership. We start the month bright and early with Marana Mornings, sparking real conversations and connections. We celebrate growing networks at our 4th Tuesday mixers, hosted in exciting spaces. We unite visionaries and leaders at Impact Marana, driving meaningful progress together. We look ahead with Marana Insights, hearing directly from regional voices about what's next for our town. And we serve, through the passion of our board of directors and ambassadors, creating a culture of belonging through service and leadership. Because of our members, we're not just doing more, we're becoming more. Together, we're shaping the future of Marana. We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road will help you with all your insurance needs. If you feel like you have a hard case due to a moving violation, a DUI, a suspended license or a car accident, contact us and come to Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road and get a quote today. Open late hours y hablamos español. Estrella Insurance, an agency you can trust.
My heat and air, we're in a state of disrepair.
February weather in the Oak Pueblo is beautiful. It's the time of year to go outside and enjoy the great outdoors. Springtime will be coming soon, and so will the Arizona heat. Now is the time to plan for the long, hot summer that we all know is coming. Now, for a limited time, we are offering 5-year, no-interest financing on Rheem air conditioning and heating systems, OAC. Call now, 520-492-0748, or book your appointment online at picturerockscooling.com.
Picture Rocks Cooling, heating and plumbing.
Piper Family Painting. We believe great paint does more than just change a color. It protects a home and the people inside of it. From careful prep to the final coat, our team shows up with pride, precision, and respect for your property. We don't rush, we don't cut corners. We paint it like it's our own home, because in this Tucson community, it is. Piper Family Painting, bringing new colors to the Old West.
Therapeutic Ranch for Animals and Kids is an inclusive community empowered and united by the strength of the human-animal bond.
It taught me responsibility. It taught me kindness and social interaction.
We have programs for every member of our community.
I love track because I have 2 daughters. We come out here and get all of our energy out.
Track is my home away from home.
You can make a donation or even become a monthly donor.
Thank you for supporting Track, Tucson's Ranch. We hope to see you here soon.
Life is all about change and growth. You grow from renting to buying, your kids grow from toddling to driving, and then you grow from working to retiring. Is your insurance agent growing through life with you? I'm your local Allstate agent, Brittany Gutman. My team and I can help you navigate all those changes through home, auto, and life insurance. You're in good hands with the Brittany Gutman Allstate Insurance family. Call me at 520-797-7811 or email bgutman@allstate.com.
Hey everybody, it's Chris.
Hey, it's David Samarano.
Hey guys, it's Clint Peak over here.
Hi, I'm Blair Lametti Matthias. And I'm Summer Smeaton.
Hey, I'm Ron Arenas.
And I'm Will Pena.
Hey guys, I'm Mike Curry.
And I'm Mike Bader.
Hi there, I'm Bruce Ash.
Hi, Ed Wilkinson here.
Hi, this is Bob Elliott.
We are Live the Dream Media. Watch and listen to all of our shows Monday through Friday, only on the Live the Dream Media Network.
Welcome back to Southwest Flavor. Our next guest is Marana Mayor Jon Post. Welcome.
Good morning. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure to spend some time with you.
Well, good. I appreciate that. I don't always get that response, but you know,
well, you have a lot of responsibility.
Yeah,
and, I'm sure that people can blame you for certain things that
I get blamed for everything. Yeah,
that's what happens when you're on the top.
All the bad stuff is my fault.
Right?
Absolutely my fault. Right, but you
that
know,
happens.
You try to get used to it. It's hard, but you try to get used to it. But,
yeah,
you know, part of the job.
It's part of the job. That's right. That's right. So tell us a little bit about yourself, and I mean, your family's been in this area for a long time, right?
Yeah. So my father came here in the late 60s, 70, late 60s. He came here and worked as a farm manager.
Okay.
And so he managed a big farm for his entire career. And we lived there in that farmhouse. And, I just decided that I always wanted to be a farmer.
Okay.
And so I had some friends that I went to high school with, and their dad owned a farm, and he was getting ready to retire. And so they kind of helped me get hooked up with him. And I rented a very small portion of it. Had to go out and find money and borrow money and just start just like starting any business person starting up.
Yeah.
And so ultimately,
what were you farming? What were you farming?
So just cotton.
Okay.
That's all at the time. That's just what everybody grew. Nothing else.
Okay.
Now we grow a lot of other crops. But
Yeah.
at the time, you just grew cotton. That was it. And so I rented a few hundred acres from him, and then over time, kind of increased that. And now I farm 6,000 acres in Marana.
Wow.
So there's only three farmers really that are left there in Marana.
Okay.
When I was growing up, and then when I started farming on my own, there were a lot of farmers.
Yeah.
Like 20, 25.
That's what Marana was, as a farming community.
Yeah, and there's very few farmers. In fact, I am one of I think there's one other person, but I am the only person that owns a little bit of farm ground and farms it.
Ah, okay.
So like I own the farm ground where the Marana pumpkin patch is.
Which you've developed into a wonderful place.
Yeah, that's been a lot of fun. But for the most part, Marana is owned by investors, developers, people that, are looking to sell it.
Yeah.
And so farming, unfortunately, is not looking too good in Marana.
Well, I'm sure. I mean, just that real estate is worth a lot of money.
The land's worth a lot of money. It's an incredibly tough business.
Yeah.
It's probably not the right business for Arizona.
That's true. Yeah.
When we start to, scrounge for water, agriculture uses a lot of water.
Right.
And even though it's an amazing place to grow things, Marana can grow. Our competition in the vegetable world is the San Joaquin Valley of California.
Okay.
And so we literally can grow. It is the perfect climate for vegetables. Any kind of thing you want to grow, you can grow in Marana because of our climate. But it's expensive.
Yeah.
And getting more expensive. And so farming in Arizona is not necessarily financially viable anymore.
Yeah.
And so, when you have a piece of farm ground, you're not these people that own it, they're not holding it for farms.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, if you were an investor and owned farm ground in, say, Yuma County, you could rent that for a couple $1,000 an acre every single year.
Wow. Okay.
But in Marana, it rents for $150 an acre.
Right.
So yeah, they're trying hard to develop it and do things with it in Marana.
Right. Well, let's talk a little bit about water because, I mean, of course, it's a concern with everyone. And I remember Mayor Ed saying a few years ago that farming, actually takes more water than developed residential.
Right.
And, because a lot of people are concerned about all the development coming up, all the houses being built out there, but it's actually taking less water.
The first thing I don't think people know about the Marana area, is the uniqueness of its water situation. So if you go down the freeway at about Avon Valley Road, there's a natural dam that stretches across from one mountain peak almost to the other.
Okay.
So the water that is on the south side of that, so the water around Avon Valley, Cortero, Twin Peaks, Ina, that area is considered surface water. It's very shallow.
Ah, okay.
So, in times of rainy years, it could be 20 feet deep. Typically, it's probably in the 40 or 50 foot area.
Okay.
So there's a huge pool of water behind what they call the Relito Dam.
Okay.
And that belongs to the irrigation district.
Ah, okay.
And then there's just massive amounts of water this side of the Trico Road Bridge. And so Marana actually has a lot of physical water. And given that the irrigation district is so old, it has a lot of rights that predate the state. And
wow.
so being able to sell water to the town of Marana is something that the irrigation district has the right to do. So Marana has a lot of water.
Right.
Marana has a lot of water for development, and Marana has been a good steward of its water.
Right.
They've taken good care of it. There's not wasteful, and that's one of the reasons that Marana is in existence, is to protect that water.
Yeah.
And so, as for development, Marana has a lot of water to rely on for development,
so that it can sustain the increased population.
Yeah. And then on another note, the state of Arizona itself is starting to use farms to solve its water problem. And so they recently passed some legislation that they call ag to urban. And so when farms in the state transition from ag into urban, they are allowing water credits to that transition. And so you're going to start to see less and less farms. Farms are where developments are going to go because that's where the water is.
Right. Oh, I didn't think about that part.
Yeah, and so that's going to happen across the state, not just Marana. That's going to happen across the state.
Yeah.
And I love farms, obviously.
Sure.
That's that kind of growth. It's hard. It's hard to see farms disappear.
Yeah.
When Gladden Farms when the guys first bought Gladden Farms from Stan Gladden, it bothered me a lot.
Right.
And at the time I was, kind of unwilling to meet them, to work with them. I was just a neighbor. I was not a very good neighbor because I didn't want to see things develop. And then I started to realize, hey, these guys, this is just a job for them.
Yeah.
They're working every day to develop these farms, Gladden Farms, and ended up being some really nice guys that I'm still friends with to this day. But it's gonna develop whether I want it to or not.
Right.
My feelings on the subject don't matter. I don't own it.
Yeah.
And as long as they have all the necessary things that they need to develop it, it's going to develop.
Right.
Kind of sad.
Yeah.
But
some of the history is being lost, but
some of the history is being lost. But at the same time, just like my family, I have kids, and now I have grandkids, and I want them to live here, and so the town is naturally going to grow, and the town is naturally going to grow to take care of people's families.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
So anyway.
Let's take a quick sponsor break.
Great. Pay some bills.
Pay some bills, yeah. And we're going to visit our wonderful sponsors. We'll be back in just a couple minutes.
In Marana, community isn't just where we live, it's who we are. And at the heart of it all is the Marana Chamber of Commerce. We are building a thriving community through connected business leadership. We start the month bright and early with Marana Mornings, sparking real conversations and connections. We celebrate growing networks at our 4th Tuesday mixers, hosted in exciting spaces. We unite visionaries and leaders at Impact Marana, driving meaningful progress together. We look ahead with Marana Insights, hearing directly from regional voices about what's next for our town. And we serve through the passion of our board of directors and ambassadors, creating a culture of belonging through service and leadership. Because of our members, we're not just doing more, we're becoming more. Together, we're shaping the future of Marana. We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road will help you with all your insurance needs. If you feel like you have a hard case due to a moving violation, a DUI, a suspended license or a car accident, contact us and come to Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road and get a quote today. Open late hours y hablamos español. Estrella Insurance, an agency you can trust.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
February weather in the Oak Pueblo is beautiful. It's the time of year to go outside and enjoy the great outdoors. Springtime will be coming soon, and so will the Arizona heat. Now's the time to plan for the long, hot summer that we all know is coming. Now, for a limited time, we are offering 5-year, no-interest financing on Ream air conditioning and heating systems, OAC. Call now, 520-492-0748, or book your appointment online at PictureRocksCooling.com.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating and Plumbing.
Piper Family Painting. We believe great paint does more than just change a color. It protects a home and the people inside of it. From careful prep to the final coat, our team shows up with pride, precision, and respect for your property. We don't rush, we don't cut corners. We paint it like it's our own home, because in this Tucson community, it is. Piper Family Painting, bringing new colors to the Old West.
Therapeutic Ranch for Animals and Kids is an inclusive community empowered and united by the strength of the human-animal bond.
It taught me responsibility. It taught me kindness and social interaction.
We have programs for every member of our community.
I love track because I have 2 daughters. We come out here and get all of our energy out.
Track is my home away from home.
You can make a donation or even become a monthly donor.
Thank you for supporting Track, Tucson's Ranch. We hope to see you here soon.
Life is all about change and growth. You grow from renting to buying, your kids grow from toddling to driving, and then you grow from working to retiring. Is your insurance agent growing through life with you? I'm your local Allstate agent, Brittany Gutman. My team and I can help you navigate all those changes through home, auto, and life insurance. You're in good hands with the Brittany Gutman Allstate Insurance family. Call me at 520-797-7811 or email bgutman@allstate.com.
All right, we are back talking with Marana Mayor Jon Post. So you're a farmer all your life, and then what made you get into politics?
I just didn't say no. I literally just didn't say no. I mean, my father always served. He was on the school board for 40 years, and so as a family, we were expected to do things in our community, and so. I started. I was actually. This sounds really funny, but I was actually a volunteer fire member.
Oh wow!
At the Marana Volunteer Fire Department. In fact, I own the last truck they had.
Really? I remember when Marana had their own fire department. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I did that. We'd get up in the middle of the night.
I was with Picture Rocks Fire.
Yeah, were you really?
Yeah, I was.
So
yes.
And
we did a lot of mutual aid and a lot of mutual training with Ever Valley.
Yeah, we
Fire.
had nothing. We had. So anyway, then I was one of the first members at the Chamber of Commerce.
Okay.
And then did that for a while, and then. Planning and zoning. Mayor Honey asked me if I wanted to serve on planning and zoning, and of course I didn't say no. And then there was an opening on the town council, and I was asked to serve on that. Of course, didn't say no, and so it was just kind of a willingness to serve in the community has led me to this point. It certainly, I don't view myself as a politician. I don't view being the mayor is what I'm doing right now. It's not who I am.
Okay.
It's the job that I'm doing.
Right.
And I think that's an important distinction.
Okay. So who is Jon Post?
So, I'm just a guy that wants to build a community so that I can continue to live here. I want my kids to live here. I want my grandkids to live here. And so I'm just lending of myself, during this time period.
Right.
Maybe someday there'll be somebody else that comes along and is the mayor. But right now, it was kind of a. I tell people this story all the time. I didn't intend to be mayor. I really, really thought that Ed Honey was going to be the mayor for years.
Sure.
His family they live a long time. Like the fact that that he had a heart attack sitting in a chair just shocks me.
Yeah,
right.
It was a surprise to everyone. Yeah.
And so he had I would tell him, no, I'm not going to be the mayor, and he'd say, oh, you're going to be the mayor after I'm done, and I'm like, well, you're going to be the mayor for a long time.
Right.
Anyway, just kind of a joke between the two of us that we would go back and forth with. And so, the fact that he passed away literally after we had just talked about that was just like, wow.
Yeah.
And so I was perfectly fine just serving, just helping Ed, because that's what I did. I helped Ed. He couldn't see.
Yeah.
And so I
he
helped.
couldn't drive anymore.
Couldn't drive.
Yeah.
Couldn't see, and so it was. You had phone conversations with Ed. You couldn't send him an email or anything. So it was a time-consuming, and I was happy with that. I was totally fine. I really enjoyed spending time with him, and he could be a little much at times, as but when you know somebody for 25 years, you get used to it, and
right?
Stuff like that, and so. Even though I had told him, hey, no, you'll be the mayor. When he passed away, I knew that, I needed to step up into the role and take over.
And he helped prepare you for that too.
Helping him do his day-to-day job, helping him do the things that he couldn't do did prepare me for that. And then we would argue all the time, like. Good-naturedly, we were great friends, but we would have arguments. He'd want to do something, I'd want to do something else.
Right.
And so I'd want to talk to the council about this, and he'd want to talk to the council, and so it was a really good working relationship. But we would argue quite a bit, and he was stubborn, And so there's a lot of differences of his leadership and my leadership.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't want to do things until we had the money.
Oh, okay.
So take for an example, Tangerine Road, the interchange on Tangerine.
Right.
He didn't want to touch it until all the money was in the bank. Then he was willing to talk about doing some, where I'm different. I'm like, nope, we need to build that. We need to work on it. We need to do it now. We need to find the money. We need to get the money. Like we have a problem.
Right.
And
well,
so,
as the areas grow, you need that infrastructure.
Right. And so our styles are much different. I'm a build it first kind of guy.
Yeah.
And I believe in the vision. Like I believe that I know it's going to grow.
Right.
So why wait? Why wait to build the things that we need? Build the things that we know we need. Why wait? We need to do those things now.
Yeah.
And so I'm much different about that. And so even though it's only been a year, already starting to see some of the effect of, trying to get out in front of. We have some catch up to do. I'm not going to lie. We're catching up.
Yeah.
So we have the catch up to do, and then we have, the part of getting ahead. So we're trying to work those both at the same time.
Yeah.
But things in that world are so slow moving. It's just so exasperating how long it takes to get something done. I mean, you talk about things and work on things for years.
Sure.
And so it's funny when people come and say, well, I've never heard about that. I didn't know. I didn't know the town was going to do this. I didn't know how come you didn't tell me? And I'm very polite about it but we have been talking about things for years.
Right.
And it takes so long to bring them to even just a starting point.
Right, to break that ground.
Break ground, that it's really hard to understand why people haven't heard of the things that we're working on. The aquatic center, huge success. But we worked on that for years.
Right, yeah.
Years we worked on that, and people were surprised when we brought it out of the ground. The downtown that's kind of, has some controversy.
Yeah.
We worked on that for a long time.
Yeah, tell us about downtown.
So downtown was an idea that, came about a number of years ago. We bought some property around the municipal building and decided that we were going to build a downtown because Marana doesn't have one.
Right.
You know, we weren't lucky enough. Actually, we did have one. It's now under the freeway, but and so the town council, we hired somebody to come in and put together a plan of what we thought downtown would look like, and we rezoned it for a downtown with shops and different things. And we did that rezoning. It's been a long time. I want to say 10 years, but it's probably only been about 8. So that property's been rezoned. And it's been rezoned for quite a while. And so then we just needed to figure out how we were going to do it, who we were going to work with. We're not, the town's not in that business.
Yeah.
You know, and so, you know, we finally settled on an idea of what it was going to look like. You know, the Fort Worth stockyards is kind of the idea that we're going to use.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever been there, but it's really
haven't.
cool. There's, you know, brick-lined walkways with shops on either side, and you know, and there's already talk of, you know, some of the shops that are moving in there, and they're going to be really neat, great places, spas and restaurants.
Right.
And
it's going to be a
stuff like
destination.
that. It'll be a destination,
Yeah.
and so, you know, having zoned that property years ago and then not really knowing how it was gonna look or what, and finally, you know, landing on, hey, this is what it's gonna look like. This is the people we're gonna partner with. It's gonna be a really neat. You know, it's gonna be really neat. It's gonna be great for our residents.
Yeah, we've read some about it, and it's exciting.
Yeah, it's really exciting.
It will be great.
Yeah.
And 2 of my sons live there in Gladden Farms.
So they'll be really happy about it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you probably hear from them, hey, where are you gonna eat? You know, let's go sit down somewhere and have a drink, get something to eat.
And they're excited, you know, that Fry's is there, and there's some little eateries there around there. But
you know, it's funny that Fry's just a few years ago, those guys that own Fry's actually owned that property
for a long time.
They were working us, the council. They wanted to rezone that into residential.
Oh, really?
Oh, I would get phone calls.
Oh, wow.
I'd get a couple phone calls a week.
Yeah.
You know, hey, we want to rezone this to residential. And to the town council's credit, they did not budge an inch. You know,
Good.
Every one of the council members said pretty much, nope.
Yeah.
You said it was going to be a store. It's going to be a store, or you'll never. That's all that'll ever.
Yeah.
That property will sit.
And it was needed there. It was needed in that community.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it really was needed. You know, and so, you know, I'm really grateful that the council held out, didn't budge on that, because they put a lot of pressure on the council. A lot of pressure.
All the behind the scenes
Yeah,
things.
I don't, you know, a lot of people don't know that, but
No.
it could have very easily just been full of homes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You know, and they wanted it bad. You know, and so now we've got Fry's. You know, we hear talk of the Walmart that is purchased.
Right.
You know, we'll have to see their plans. They've got a ways to go. They've got to do all their plans. They've got to actually do a traffic study, which would be interesting.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, I know a lot of people are concerned of another big, you know,
Kind of a big box.
big
and
box moving in,
what,
and what's the traffic going to
right,
look like?
exactly.
Well, they'll have to tell us. They'll have to tell us what the traffic's how they're gonna handle it.
Ah, okay.
You know, and so just sold one of those warehouses.
Oh, cool.
I don't know if you've heard that news.
No,
but
I haven't.
One of the warehouses was purchased.
Wow.
Not leased, which is great.
Nice.
So hopefully there'll be for a logistics company.
Okay.
So hopefully some jobs coming in there.
Very good.
And you know that, you know, you're in business. You know how it works. You know, once one, it's like everybody follows the leader, right?
That's right.
So
someone just needs to get it started.
yeah. So they've sold
Yeah.
this one, and so somebody will come along and snap up the next one, and it'll go from there.
Fantastic.
Of course, and then we got Shamrock building right there on the freeway. Shamrock, that's a Shamrock distribution for their products. What a great company!
Yeah, it's gonna be fairly large.
It'll be a fairly large, and
Yeah.
it'll be and then you know, they sell a lot of products.
They do.
In fact,
Yeah.
they're also in the restaurant business,
Mm.
and so they serve a lot of restaurants. So not only do they go to grocery stores
Right.
with their milk and cheese and whatnot, but they also sell to restaurants.
That makes sense.
So meats, burgers, chicken, French fries, what paper products. So, there's going to be a lot of jobs coming out of that Shamrock facility. Town's pretty excited about that.
Yeah.
So things are happening in Marana. It's a great place to be right now.
It is. It has a bright future.
Yeah, it's a great place to own a business. We have one of the best chambers in Southern Arizona, which you're a part of.
Right. Yeah.
We're really proud of what they've done over the years, and especially for me, when I was on the chamber, I mean, we probably had 25 members.
Wow! And now they're up to 800.
Now they're up to over 800.
Yeah.
And so
we just had our breakfast yesterday, and it was probably about 125 or 150 people there.
Yeah, and so that's something really good to note. Is it's a chamber that has a lot of participation.
It does. Yeah.
So they're not just members; they're participating members.
Right.
And that's something really important, I think.
It is. Yeah.
And
a lot of times we have town council and we have yourself there.
Yeah, I try to go.
Yeah.
Yesterday I happened to have a meeting, trying to figure out some. Anyway,
your time is busy. You can't be everywhere at.
It's one of my. And I used to, this is sad, I used to make fun of, we used to have a council member years ago that would go to every single ribbon cutting. And not just me, council members would make fun of this person. And so, but now I realize how fun it is to go to a ribbon cutting, how exciting it is to be there for a family or somebody that has put all their blood, sweat, and tears into opening into that business.
Yeah, and to have the support of the town, have the mayor and have some town council there and have the chamber there.
And so
and then your fellow businessmen there.
Being there to be a part of that I have really grown to enjoy that.
Oh, yeah.
So when it fits my schedule, I go.
Yeah, it means so much.
It
means
does.
so much to the whole community.
It really does.
Yeah.
And so as far as I view that so much differently now than I used to. That is something that is so important to go and celebrate. Those milestones for not just the town, but for those families that have done they've put everything into those businesses.
Right,
and
exactly.
You operate a business. You know what it takes.
Oh, yeah.
You know the blood, sweat, tears.
You have everything on the line.
Yeah. Everything is on the line.
Right.
Not just money, your family, your time, and so I think it's just one of the most important things a mayor can do is to participate in that portion of the growth of the community.
Right.
And so I've changed my thinking on ribbon cuttings.
Yeah.
So whenever the chamber, whenever it gets on my calendar and I don't have anything that pushes it away, I go.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
Now I do have a couple of rules. I prefer that they be in Marana.
Sure.
And they have to belong to the chamber.
Yeah.
And so I'll get requests through the manager's office to go cut a ribbon.
Okay.
And if they don't belong to the chamber, I don't go. And maybe that's not right, but
that's fair.
If I can help the chamber grow,
yeah,
I'm going to. And that's one way I can help the chamber grow by saying, hey,
right.
If you want me to show up and cut the ribbon, you got to belong to our chamber.
Yeah.
Because our chamber is a huge part of our community.
Right.
Right.
And the chamber is going to help the business grow.
Absolutely. There's no reason that they shouldn't belong to the chamber.
Right.
And so, just a little thing, but that's kind of, I have, a rule that is my one hard, fast rule. You gotta belong to the chamber. I prefer you be in Marana.
Right.
But you have to belong to the chamber. And so
there you go.
Anyway, we have a lot of businesses that open in Marana. It's really exciting.
It is.
It's really exciting. Yeah.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Oh, we're done?
We are done. Yeah, we're actually a couple minutes over.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're
I talked
good.
too much. Well, thank you very much for the invitation. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, and hopefully we can do it again.
Yeah,
sometime.
You've got a great show. When I get an opportunity to listen to it, I enjoy it very much. I hope you keep it going.
All right, I'm planning on it.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
That's another episode of Southwest Flavor.